While the glass skyscrapers of Beijing shine brightly, elsewhere in Asia, a shadow of ash looms over families who spend each day breathing in the wealth of others. This is the throbbing heart of poverty in Southeast Asia, Cambodia. The story begins with the zeros and ones of the Chinese stock market. But its latest victim is a child playing in the sewers of Phnom Penh today. Is the global economy a zero-sum game? Is Asia merely a giant chessboard where millions fall victim to the moves of larger pieces? In this gripping documentary, we will dissect not only poverty, but also the invisible chains of deprivation, pollution, and instability that have been drawn from the wealthy continent to its poorest margins. If you think this story is just about them, you are gravely mistaken. This story is about you as well. Welcome to the heart of Cambodia's slum neighborhoods, a place where the term uncertainty is not an economic concept, but a daily contract. We are exploring an area that may not have a name on the official map, but plays a vital and painful role in the fabric of the global economy. The deadly supply chain. When discussing China's economic impacts, minds often turn to tariffs and exports. However, these crises translate in much more crude ways. Factories in China that close due to recession or tighter environmental regulations suddenly shift their orders to countries with weaker environmental oversight, countries like Cambodia. This shift not only brings lower-wage labor jobs here, but also a massive influx of industrial waste and polluting processes. Chemical wastewater from small textile workshops, lacking adequate oversight, is directly dumped into local rivers. This is where poverty marries pollution. The daily battle for survival. The families we spoke to are no longer worried about the distant future. They are concerned about tomorrow and even the next hour. Sutha, a mother in her 30s with 2 children, searches for scraps at a waste collection site every morning before sunrise. She says, "When I was a factory worker, I at least had a stable income. Now the price of plastic fluctuates in the global market, and we live with income volatility. Last night, my son was coughing. The air was toxic. But if I don't sift through the trash, we won't have food tomorrow." This is a vicious cycle. Poverty forces you to accept toxic work environments, and working in toxic conditions erodes your health and ability to work in the future. Water crisis and uncertainty. Here, uncertainty means more than just lack of money. The Mekong River, a vital artery of the region, is under pressure from upstream dam constructions in China and other countries. This has drastically reduced water levels during dry seasons, making fresh water scarce. Farmers who once relied on this water for their livelihoods have now become internal migrants, entering urban slums like this one to take on hazardous jobs. This flood of internal migration has put pressure on Phnom Penh's urban infrastructure to the point where basic services, water, electricity, sanitation, are severely lacking. This situation highlights an urgent need for systemic change, as the effects of environmental mismanagement and economic exploitation ripple through the lives of the most vulnerable. The stories of these families are not just statistics. They are real lives filled with aspirations and struggles that deserve to be heard. As we delve deeper into these issues, we invite you to reflect on the interconnectedness of our global economy and the profound impact it has on the lives of those at the margins. The shadow of geopolitical tensions. We must consider how this local situation is viewed on a larger scale. Southeast Asia is a silent battleground for great powers. China's massive investments in the infrastructure of these countries may appear as aid, but they often come with heavy economic conditions that increase these nations' dependency on Beijing in the long run. When an economic crisis occurs in China, the first places to feel the shockwave are its highly dependent trading partners. Trade is disrupted, investments are halted, and the last to suffer are the workers who have no bargaining power. Creative resistance in the heart of darkness. However, the story is not just one of being a mere victim. In these harsh conditions, human resilience shines through. We witness the emergence of microeconomic models and local support networks created by the people themselves. Women pooling their money together to acquire a small, homemade water purification system for their entire alley. Young individuals learning to perform simple electronic repairs using the minimal skills they acquired in school, thereby contributing to their family's income. These are the unsung heroes of this narrative. Those who, relying on human dignity, resist the destructive global tide. They embody an undeniable truth about Asia, where progress for some equates to forced regression for others. This video aims to amplify the voices of this resistance to a world that prefers to turn a blind eye. Let us look, learn, and be the voice for those whom the system has rendered invisible. Poverty in Cambodia is not merely a lack of money. It is a direct consequence of tensions, imbalances in economic power, and the disregard for human dignity on a continental scale. What unfolds in the slums of Phnom Penh serves as a mirror reflecting a future that awaits us all if we remain indifferent to global connections. These families need food for tonight, but more importantly, they need to be seen and understood. Today's video is just the beginning. If this harsh reality has made you pause for even a moment, then our mission has been accomplished. Now it's your turn. Reflect this truth in every gathering you attend. Knowledge is the first step towards change. Please share this video with those who believe the world is simpler than it is. To delve deeper into these documentaries and see more narratives emerging from these crises, hit the subscribe button and press the bell icon so you don't miss any journey. Together, let's be the silent voice of Asia.